Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Super excited to have you here. Do want to thank everybody that always participates and leaves me the comments. I appreciate you appreciating my work. So I'm pretty excited for you because I always like to get into your energy before I start. And I saw a candle in the dark, and it was the flame was strong, and I heard that song, Hall Notes, Well, you make my dreams come true. And I said to Spirit, I go, who's making their dreams come true? And they said they're making their dreams come true. And it was the spark of inspiration, and the candle is actually your soul's energy. It's you are tapped into what your dreams and your goals are, and where it is that you want. But you're still kind of in that kind of a hermit stage because it was dark. And I think that your goals, your dreams, your hopes, your wishes are kind of private, and you're just not really sharing them out yet. But they're lighting you up from the inside out. It was very cool energy. I wasn't really in a hurry to get out of. So let's just see what the tarot shows for today, and then we'll do cards for health, wealth, love, and destiny. We're using for you guys, Spirit selected the Osho Zen Tarot. This is some kind of deep stuff usually, so we'll have to see what comes through. Yeah, you guys are, wow, you are so resting and waiting until the right time to I feel like to spread the light out. So either to use it to light like a fire, maybe a bigger fire. Well, it doesn't feel right either. It's almost more like it's the dream, the goal, the inspiration is keeping you company while you are resting, while you are in the dark, while you are taking time for yourself in like a just a resting phase. So your overall energy, you have the Four of Swords, and it says here postponement. And so, yeah, there is this, but I feel like it's a delay that you are choosing to have because you are doing some work on yourself. And that spark of inspiration where you are willing. Oh, no. What is this? Okay. I usually read in the upright, but they told me to leave that one in the reverse, and I'm going to take another card to go with it. It's supposed to be the opportunity, and it said guilt, but I don't think guilt's ever an opportunity. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, got it. All right, so it is in the reverse. All right. So you are, you are looking good. We have the outcome. This is exciting. All right, Scorpio. I am happy. I am excited. I am pleased to present this reading to you. Okay, so when the energy you're in right now is definitely this energy you're pulled in, you are in the dark. I want you to focus. This is at your subconscious level, and so it's kind of like this spark of hope, this flame. It says courage. See the healing light of the green around it, of the heart chakra, and then there is the courage, the solar plexus energy around this idea, this spark, this dream that you have going. Oh my gosh. Okay, and so it is. Wow. All right. So this is being willing to blossom and grow wherever you find yourself. This is in the cracks in the stone. That is persistence. That is having a goal. That is being willing to go for it. That is strength. So that's the strength card. Where you find yourself currently, the energy here, we have the Nine of Swords. This is the energy of it says sorrow. So interesting, because usually it's more of an anxiety that you get from the Nine of Swords, but they chose the deck. We're going to go with what it says. It says sorrow. And so sitting there, but oh gosh, all that gray cloudiness energy. But if you look, that is the divine coming through the blinds in the form of the star and the hope and it is the nighttime. There is a dark soul of the night energy about this, but the outcome, trust me, is worth it. So stay with me here. If you're not going through this dark soul of the night thing, then make sure you check out your sun, moon, rising, the calculator. I put a link to a calculator for your birth chart in the description box below if you don't know what those are. So we have here, what is the energy that you are supposed to lean into? And this is the most interesting explanation or depiction of the Four of Cups energy. It says tuning in. It's meditative. It is restful. This is you seeking the light within, willing to go through the emotions. She's holding her hands in the mudra like this. That is completion. So this is calling in all the pieces and the parts of yourself and listening to your, and it's also, it helps to, it creates a new cycle. It's endings and beginnings, and all these spirit guides around her that are creating this rainbow of light. Tune into your higher self. Tune into that light within. It's very much a hermit light, but the hermit did not show up here. So in the subconscious, you are being very courageous, and you are sprouting, and you are growing, and you are holding fast to what it is that is truly important to you. In the headspace, though, it's called morality. It's the Queen of Swords. There is a clarity of I need to follow my values. And so there's this decision making, this willing to cut out what doesn't work for me in order to make sure that I am doing and following my own inner guidance. She also has her eyes closed. She has her eyes closed. He has his eyes closed. She has her eyes closed. A lot of closed eyes is pulling your energy in. The challenge, it's called the burden, but it's the Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords a burden? So this guy is carrying what looks like, so we have a peasant kind of energy that is carrying the lord of the manor, who's got his finery, and on top of his head is a rooster, so he's boastful, and he's ordering the direction to go. And so it's almost as though the challenge is to overcome your ego, to surrender your ego, and to instead be inspired. And as much as the rooster looks like it's boastful, it's not crowing. And it looks like the sun is coming up, and I want to say there is a dawn on the horizon. There is opportunity coming, and it's almost like waiting for the moment to shed your ego and take back your own power and to know what it is that you want to do. And the opportunity was this guilt card, the Eight of Swords, but it was in the reverse. And so it makes me feel like you're releasing the guilt, and instead all these little flowers of hope down here are starting to grow. They kind of look like this flower right here. You see that? I don't know if you could see that. And so I feel like your courage is expanding. Your sense of hope is expanding. So when I ask for clarifiers, you have the 12, which is the Hangman. It's new vision, but then you also have the Justice card, the breakthrough. You have a new vision, and you have a breakthrough coming. As you release the guilt, as you forgive yourself for whatever you think you did. So sometimes we don't even know, but it's so hard when we think we're supposed to be perfect, right? When we think we're not supposed to make mistakes, when we think we're supposed to have good judgment, and then we do things and we're like, oh, that wasn't really great. And then we have to have this burden of our ego saying, that wasn't really great, you need to fix this, or you have to soldier on through, or you're going to have to live with the consequences of your choices and your actions, when truly you can just push that all off, break through, and release the guilt. You're going somewhere here. And in your egoic position of where you currently find yourself, you have the Page of Cups. And it's trust. Trust. That the Page of Cups, that's that flame, that spark, that knowingness that this is what inspires me. Page of Cups is always about bringing some inspiration to you that comes from the heart space. It's heartfelt inspiration. It's healing. And this is beautiful. In your environment, there is a situation that is completing. We have the World card. It's like the last piece is falling into place. So either someone around you is pulling their stuff together, or there's a situation, and it really feels more like a situation around you that is ending, that is completing. This isn't you necessarily, but maybe this is what's causing all of this imbalance in your energy. Like, how did I make the wrong mistake? So maybe you have a relationship that's ending. You thought this was the best career path, and then all of a sudden the company shuts down. Like, you show up for work one day and the company's not there. That can happen. I know people that's happened to. You thought that you made a really good choice when you invested in this particular investment or this whatever, and now the market's bust in that area, and you risked a lot and you lost a lot, and you're like, how could I have done that? And so there's this sense of a big cycle is completing. That completion could also be that full moon that we just had in Pisces. That was the end of a major cycle. There's been a lot of completion energy for everybody showing up. I am recording these before October, so again, that energy is playing out in these cards, but also you get a chance to look at the situation ahead of time and say, I choose this, I don't choose that, because we all have free will choice. So the guidance that you have, the advice you have for the month of October, how to make the most of this, yeah, it's actually called guidance. You have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So that candle, that spark of inspiration, that thing that you want. Three of Pentacles is a collaboration, and this looks like a collaboration with Spirit, because here you are and here is this beautiful angel, right? So this is collaboration with Spirit to help you to open up the flow of the abundance of all kinds, right? We have the sun and the moon. We've got the rainbow blessings. This is peace and contentment. So yes, is it financial? Absolutely. Is it emotional? I would say so. With the moon there, that's emotional. The sun is going out there and how you present yourself to the world and shining. And the rainbow is the healing after the storm. So this is all kinds of abundance, and he's sitting on a vine that is growing. And a book of knowledge. So the wisdom that you've gained, everything. So much growth and opportunity coming in, and spiritually and divinely guided. So yes, you are sitting there in the space right now, but by the end of the month, you won't be there if you choose to break through. Or you can continue to carry the burden that is really not yours to carry. It is up to you. But if you follow this advice, I love where you end up. You end up here in the energy of the King of Wands. It's called the Creator. That is that candle lit way the heck up. It is exploding with light, but see, the light is coming from within and it's shining out all around you. This is lighting up your solar plexus. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Is that the Knight? Hold on. Why do they do these weird things? I'm wondering if that is the Knight of Cups in your egoic position, and this is the Page, because it looks much younger energy here. So the Page of Pentacles would be totally focused on what they want to create and maintain and develop and build and grow. Where are... And of course they don't... Here we go. Okay, so where you find yourself is actually in the Knight of Cups, this trust. So this is you offering the cup of love, self-love to yourself. Like that's beautiful. You're trusting what you're feeling. That's even better than the Page. And up here, this is focusing on manifesting what you want. See this rainbow here? This is the Page the Page of Pentacles is highly focused on what it is they want, but that it's a young dream. It's a new beginning. And you have here rebirth. It is the end of the cycle and the beginning of the new cycle. This is you, Scorpio, rebirth, right? It's interesting because they have it as the Ten of Swords, but the way it looks here, that's powerful and not sad at all. Feels more like the Judgment card. It is the rebirth, the new, or even the Death card, and death and rebirth. It is letting go and saying there's something so much grander coming. And see all that self-confidence coming from that, represented by the lion and by the colors of the solar plexus here. And look how lit up the solar plexus is here. This is you stepping into your power. Scorpio, this is where you say, okay, that cycle has completed. I'm releasing myself from any contracts where I feel like I'm guilty and I have to bear the burden of my decisions, and I can release them and let them go because this cycle has completed. The cycle has completed. If you will focus on what you want to create next. If you focus on that spark of inspiration, that candle, that light that comes from your soul, and allow it to grow into this beautiful solar plexus, powerful manifestation energy. You have two kings here. That is like totally leaping and bounding over all of the little steps and instead stepping in fully into your power where you know you are in charge of your life and you co-create with Spirit exactly what it is you want because you are staking your claim on your dream. You are saying it is worthy of my time and my attention and my love. I am going to accomplish this mission for myself. And it'll be an adventure. You are just starting out on this adventure, but it's the vision of where you're going that looks so magnificent. This is a beautiful reading. All right, let's take a look at your health and guidance for health. One of the things I'm going to tell you already is the best thing you can do for your health this month is to forgive yourself and let go of the guilt that you're carrying for things like so let's say you had a health crisis and the choices that you've been making has led to this difficult time, and so you're feeling guilty and you're feeling sorrowful about some of the choices you've made, but now here's your opportunity to dig in and start changing and take control, right? There's a lot of taking control. It's the end of a cycle, it's the beginning of a new cycle. You have so many cards. You have celebration, which is hops. You have patience. Self-mastery. The kings are all about self-mastery, and you have two of them right here on the table. You have St. John's wort, illumination. This is illumination. This is illumination. This is illumination. This is illumination. Beautiful. And you have grounding. Wow. Grounding is when you take an idea and a spark, an inspiration, kind of like that lightning bolt that hits the ground. So it comes out of the ethers and it becomes something you manifest in the 3D. This is a new deck, and I'm not going to read everything that it says, but there are certain things that are worth. So grounding will help you to maximize the use of energy so that none of it is wasted. If you're having trouble realizing a goal, getting grounded is key. You need not exert any more energy, just focus the energy you already have, putting out by starting to stay present in your body from the moment to moment, and your willpower will align automatically and yield greater results with more efficiency. This is staying really focused on your goal. What is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to create? This is the illumination from within. This is healing though, but this is such solar plexus energy. This is this. Look at that. There is cause for celebration because a cycle that has not been working for you has ended. Ginkgo will take time. Ginkgo also helps with memory, and so I really want to encourage you to let go, release any kind of guilt that you have. That's not the memory you want to hang on to. Break through that and have patience. Okay, so that new moon that happened in Virgo, we all planted seeds of intention, and well, whether you meant to or not, you were doing that. Whatever you were focusing on, that was your seed of intention. So in order to create something that was planted then, it will take time. So have patience. I want to say have patience with the process, have patience with yourself. If the candle kind of, like the winds of change blow over and it starts flickering, stop, hold still, let it regain its strength, and then keep going forward, right? So have patience with the process, slow and steady, even though you don't have the Knight of Pentacles. In order to get from the page to the King, you have to go through the Knight, which is determined, slow, processing, step by step by step. But then you get to the Queen, where you nurture the idea and you take care of it, and then you get to the King, the abundance. So you have to kind of go through the steps. You aren't going to be able to skip over them, but they may go by quicker than you are expecting. But focus on what it is you're trying to create. So let's take this to health. Let's say you have decided, oh gosh, maybe you, okay, I find with Scorpios that there are a lot of Scorpios that will smoke. This is a risky business for a Scorpio, probably more than any other sign, because your 8th house of transformation, which when I'm looking at people's charts of when after they pass, I find a lot of information comes through that. It's in the lungs. It's Gemini. So maybe the illumination is that you realize this is not working for me and I need to heal from this, and it's going to take time and effort and focused intention. And maybe you're feeling really guilty because you have all these health issues that came through and you're like, I knew better, but I still did this, right? And so there is the grounding. This is the idea that I'm going to focus on what I'm trying to master every moment, moment by moment. And so it's like, okay, but I'm not smoking right now. I'm not smoking right now. And you start rewarding yourself in your head for your, and recognizing, rewarding is probably the wrong, but we have celebration. I just want you to celebrate all the wins. And just like anything where you slide back a little, you just get up and you start over. You just get up and you start over. You're like, okay, well, no, going to do this again. So that's where the need for patience comes in, you know, and then you have because the illumination was like, this isn't working for me. And then there's the self-mastery. So it is going to take time, whatever it is that you're working on regarding health, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, what am I missing? Financial. For some of you, it could be financial, but whatever this stress is, whatever this thing is that you're feeling so guilty about, that you're so sad about and you're feeling guilty about, whatever this is, because that kind of energy can really pull you down in so many ways, you just focus on step by step by step, next step, next step. And so if you stumble, you get back up and you keep going, and you build your sense of pride and confidence as you go, and then you learn the mastery. So that is just, it is going to be taking the steps. That's all. I don't think you can think your way out of your situation. I think you have to, whatever it is, whatever this is that's got you sad, whether this is health related or otherwise, thinking your way out of it is probably not going to be how you get there. How you get there is by releasing the negative thoughts and focusing on what it is that you want your life to be. And so let's say it's health. You say, I am healthy and I easily overcome my addictions. It's always the I am and in the present. And you focus on that. If it's financial issues, I am financially secure. Money flows to me and flows to me easily. And I always have enough to share. It is the I am statements. So let's take a look at wealth. Eternity is really, really, really a long time. I think I'll be able to squeeze in everything. Relax. Relax. Whatever it is that you need, look at that. That is lit up. That is so lit up. That is the illumination. That is all these opportunities coming to you. Everything you want. The ability to create whatever. Decide what it is you want. And then focus on it. And today you take a step. And tomorrow you take another step. And look, it says adventures on this financial one. So for some of you, and because this is Page of Pentacles, it is about money. Wow. And if it's about money, look at that flow of abundance coming. Most don't stop to think, but having both money, but both having money and not having money make fantastic adventures possible that wouldn't otherwise be possible. The same goes for having or not having anything. When you're up against a struggle, and I know you know this, Scorpio, probably more than most, when you come up against a struggle, when you have the courage to say, I'm in a tough spot, but I will bloom and I will shine here, there is so much satisfaction and pride in your ability. That's when you know you can manifest and create anything. When you come up against these tough things and it's not easy, and you have to really dig in and you have to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps and do that hard work, the way you feel about yourself, it's amazing, right? It is amazing. It is courage every day. It is courage every day, but it really is such an opportunity. And so if it was always easy, well, first off, if it was easy, it wouldn't be going on with Scorpio. Let's be honest. Scorpio, you guys choose to come in and have these tough transformations. That is your choice. That is a choice, a decision you made for your personal soul growth before you incarnated. And that's why you're like, why is everything so tough? And because you don't remember, you were like, Oh, that's right. Because I knew I could do it. Because you can do it. You have everything you need to do it. But it's going to take tuning within, going within, finding that spark of courage, finding that spark of inspiration, finding that guiding light that is your higher self, but that is inside of you. It's tuning in and listening to yourself. Okay, well, I'm not. Oh. Okay. So the card that came out, and that wasn't good enough for me because I'm not going with just that. But this is the concern. You have the distorted masculine. And the distorted masculine energy is that of someone who is so focused on building their financial empire. And Scorpios have a tendency to, there's so much power in being a Scorpio, and you can manifest whatever. And a lot of times it gets channeled into manifesting financially, but you work really hard, right? But you can get so caught up and focused on that you forget about the development of everything else in your life. And so there's this manipulating, controlling part to it. So what we have here is it shows somebody punching the time clock. They are on their knees because they're surrounded by so much work. It's almost like you have become overwhelmed trying to be something that you think you're supposed to be, because the masculine energy, and we all have it, male and female, the masculine energy thinks we are the providers, right? We take the actions, we create by working hard. And the divine feminine energy is the receptive energy that that nurtures and draws and attracts to us. And when we have the distorted masculine going on, it is way too much of the I'm trying to manifest and control and over control everything around me in order to create what it is that I think I'm supposed to do. This feels like judgment. This feels like someone has told you when you were little, you will have to do this, you need to be that. And so it is about you deciding and for yourself, well, in order for me to have this abundance and this growth, I'm going to need to work with all the parts of me and bring balance in my life. Libra season is about balance. So we have Libra and then into Scorpio season. So you're moving from your 12th house, which is this spiritual development, into your first house of understanding who you are and how you want to present yourself to the world. So I think there needs to be a rebalancing where you remember that partnership is important to you. So you're being asked to commit to the emotional process of a relationship. It can't be all work and no play, Scorpio. There needs to be a commitment to this relationship matters to me if you're in a relationship. If you are single, then the commitment is to yourself to become the person that you want to be in a relationship with, because we will attract to us the energy of who we are. Or what lessons we need to learn. So sometimes it mirrors that way. So when you become the loving, nurturing, kind, and caring person that you want to be in a relationship with, you will attract that. So if you have this distorted masculine energy going on where you're overworked and you're focused on domination in the material world, and you're like looking around going, but why do my relationships never work out? Because it is time to start considering how do you show up in a relationship. So if you're single, think about that. If you're currently in a relationship, take a look at it. How's it going? Should you be balancing that a little bit more? And if you are totally happy being single, still become the person that you want to be involved with, because if the only person you're involved with is yourself, you definitely want to like who you are. Because here we have connection in the gardener. And so the gardener goes out every day and it pulls the weeds, it fertilizes on time, it is willing to create space for plants to thrive and to grow. It's constantly, a good gardener will constantly assess the garden and decide if something, are the plants healthy? Do they need a little more water? Do they need a little less water? Does that hosta need to be divided because it's too much togetherness and it needs a little healthy space? So it is all those things, but it's the constant daily attention to what is needed in order for it to thrive, and we have connection. And so this is connecting. Again, if you're single, this is marrying together your divine masculine and feminine in a way where everything is in balance. And if you're in a partnership, it is about creating this balance, this harmonious balance by reconnecting and having the time. Okay, having the time, they're saying, and the conversations with one another. They're having fun. They're dancing. They look like they're on vacation. There's love letters. Sometimes that little note that you stick on their, car dashboard can make the total difference in somebody's day. So be the partner you want to have. And commitment, right? The gardener is committed. A good gardener, look, this thing is flourishing. A good gardener is committed to the daily tasks of it. You can't. So if you think of a relationship like a car, and you fill it up with gas, and you run and you run and you run. So that would be that loving date that you had would be the gas, right? And then you go out and you're driving around, and you're working and you're working and you're working, and then eventually all the emotional gas that you put into the vehicle, which is your relationship, is going to run out and have you replenished it. And it's not just that, though, right? Are the tires balanced? Are you doing the regular maintenance? Is the oil being changed? Like, in order to make a vehicle run, there's so much more than just the romantic dates. It's the daily maintenance. It's the don't be braking so hard. There's so many things that you have to do, and it's kind of like that effort, the daily effort, that makes a relationship really work. You got to show up consistently. You have to be consistent. Okay, so your destiny card, where are you headed? You're headed right back here to the Knight of Cups. It says loyalty, power of good, light bearer, and the affirmation is, I trust in the ferociously loving power of divine goodness. And that divine goodness is you loving yourself. You have the Griffin, which is, to me, kind of like a phoenix. Goodness does not need you to be super nice or a doormat. It's about the balance. You can be kind, but you can also be a divine badass, living with integrity, courage, and truth. Oh my God. The morality is integrity, courage. Well, I didn't see truth show up here, but there you go. Ask the universe for help in sorting out any issues you are experiencing so that you can learn from them without losing yourself. That's that tuning in, releasing the guilt, but getting the new vision so that you can have the breakthrough. So you can learn from them without losing yourself. Trust in the power of divine justice. You do not have to understand the workings of the universe to know karma works out all things according to higher wisdom and timing. Karma is something that we create every day. People were like, oh, karma's going to get you. And it does. But sometimes the karma that's getting you is the good karma. So the karma that you create, so what you do today matters. What you did in the past, you release, you cut cords, you let go, you forgive yourself, you forgive others, and that resolves that karma. Sometimes it takes identifying and saying, okay, that was a thing. I didn't get that right. I'm releasing myself, and I am going to what? Okay, so they just said carbon neutral. All right, so so the good works you do also help to resolve that karma, but it's like building the good karma balance in your bank. So if you, again, it's like the gas in the tank, it's the bank account, right? It's the what you've done in the past you can overcome by what you're doing now. So you can guide others with wisdom when you integrate your physical and spiritual realities. Be loyal to your values and your truth. Mastery. The kings, they're here. They're on the table. They're waiting for you to step into your power. This is a transformative time for you. Choose you. Choose to follow the inner light, the inner guidance. Be willing to look at things a little differently, right? The new vision, the new perspective, so that you can have your breakthrough. And it's okay. Take your time. We have postponement. You're right on divine time. Don't you even worry about it. Because Scorpio, you got the South Node moving into your sign shortly, and within months, and it'll be there actually in November, if not sooner. So that is about releasing and letting go of the old contracts that don't work, of the old habits that don't work, of the old things that just do not serve you. So you're going to jump start on it. So do the work. It's good for you. Oh my God, these videos today are so long. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. In 2 weeks, the mid-month will be out. We'll see what Spirit wants to drill down into. And every week there is a very short, like 10-minute weekly update that comes along where we look at the energy of the week and we pull cards for it. And over on Facebook, I do a daily card pull, which is like 3 minutes long. So they aren't all this long. Okay, so you guys take care. Keep doing the work. Tune into yourself. Be courageous. Be willing to step out into a new pathway because it looks magnificent. You can totally have that scorpionic rebirth of the phoenix rising from the ashes. So light up your flame. It looks great. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.